Russia's strongman. According to Musk, Putin gets it wrong on very many things and he needs to be called out for his sins. Like many other people across the world, Elon is not happy with the dictatorship that is prevalent in Russia. Democracy is alien in the country, which explains why the Russian president has served as president and prime minister for more than 22 years. Moreover, the massive corruption in Russia has drained the government's coffers only to benefit Putin and his cronies, who are popularly known as Russian oligarchs around the world. While Russia has the largest landmass in the world that stands at 17 million square kilometers, it only has an economy that is equivalent to that of Spain, a country which is 30 times smaller than Russia. While Musk looks at the ills that Putin has done in Russia, he sees the need of deleting the president's account. It is hard to imagine what Putin is doing on Twitter, which is a social media platform that is meant to promote free speech and democracy, while the same principles are not embraced by the Russian government. Putin has zero tolerance for his critics. He has even been accused of using a certain poison to kill any person that seeks to stand in his way. You can't survive in Moscow if you dare say anything against Putin. The arrogance of Putin's men goes way beyond the boundaries of Russia. The director of the Russian space agency, Dmitry Rogozin, is one of Vladimir Putin's strongest supporters, who has oftentimes come to the rescue of Putin when he had been attacked by Elon Musk. In one instance, he hurled insults at Musk when the tech billionaire challenged Putin to a fight in a tweet that reads, "I challenge Vladimir Putin to combat. Stakes are Ukraine." The leader of the Chechen, Ramzan Kadyrov, also hit back at Musk and told him that he is not fit to challenge President Putin in a war. Instead, he proposed that the Tesla CEO should first perfect his fighting skills by training in some of the prestigious fighting schools in Russia, such as the Russian Special Forces University. There is no doubt that Musk will also delete the Twitter accounts of such leaders as soon as he takes the microblogging site private. Musk will also not be sparing the Twitter account of Roscosmos, which is the Russian space agency. In the past, the Tesla billionaire has had issues with the agency when it refused to sell him some rockets. After selling his internet company X.com, the tech genius was set to explore the world of rocket and space technology. Given Russia's space dominance at the time, Musk found it absolutely necessary to visit Moscow and purchase some rockets. It is disappointing that Moscow refused to sell him rockets after he made 3 trips to the country. On their way to America, Musk encouraged his team to start manufacturing their own rockets as they could not secure any rocket vehicles from Russia. This led to the formation of SpaceX in March 2002. This time around, Musk is on a special revenge mission and he will definitely deactivate the account of the Russian space agency. In the last few days, the Tesla CEO faulted Russia when they threatened to cease space cooperation in the International Space Station. Currently, the ISS is jointly manned by the US and Russia, who are responsible for keeping the ISS in orbit and stable. Should Russia abandon its space obligations, the ISS will fall on America or Europe. The threats of collapsing the International Space Station were made public by Russian space chief Dmitry Rogozin. You can be sure that Elon Musk will delete the Twitter accounts of Rogozin and that of Roscosmos for threatening the world with the fall of the ISS. Putin's move of blocking access to Twitter in Russia has rubbed Elon Musk the wrong way. The Kremlin argues that their actions are intended primarily to curtail the dissemination of information that is inconsistent with the government of Russia's official positions and statements. The blocking of the American microblogging site comes at a time when Russia is fighting with Ukraine and Eastern Europe. Musk does not see the need of Putin having a Twitter account while he has blocked the giant social media platform in his own country. Moreover, Putin has also been very dormant on Twitter, which can be interpreted to mean that he is not interested in the social media platform. The war between Russia and Ukraine is filled with a lot of propaganda and inconsistency. For example, Kyiv is reported to be saying that Russia has lost 21,200 by the 58th day of fighting, while Moscow says the number is much smaller. As much as we may not be sure of the numbers of Russian men that have died in war, we know that the largest Russian warship, Moskva, was destroyed by Ukraine's anti-ship missiles. Russia's Vladimir Putin is using the state media to lie to the Russians that the unprovoked aggression in Ukraine is not a war but a special military operation. Parents whose sons perished when the Moskva warship drowned are accusing the Russian government and Russia's defense ministry for not giving them full details of the war. Putin had not expected that Ukraine was going to put up a spirited fight. President Zelensky of Ukraine has maintained that he will fight the Russians to the last man. Kyiv is receiving a lot of military and financial aid from her allies such as the US and the UK. It is expected that Russia will start its own social media platform once Putin's account is deleted from Twitter. The strongest shortcoming of the Russian social media platform, that is if Putin agrees to start one, is that it will only have a local reach. This will be a replica of WeChat in China, which is not very popular outside the country. Social media platforms are mostly meant to have a global reach. Facebook is an example of a successful social media site that has around 2.9 billion users as of January 2022. It is expected that Facebook will still continue dominating the social media platform after it bought WhatsApp, which is the most popular global mobile messenger app worldwide, with approximately 2 billion monthly active users. It is highly unlikely that the new Russian social media platform will attract even 50 million people. You can expect that Putin's account will be deleted sooner than later, as Musk is determined to take the giant social media platform private. On the 4th of April, the Tesla CEO bought a 9.2% stake in the company for $2.9 billion. The Tesla billionaire shocked the world when he offered to take Twitter private 5 days later at $54.20 per share, amounting to $43 billion. As soon as Musk made the offer, it was rejected by Saudi Arabia's Prince Alalaweed bin Talal in a tweet that reads, "I don't believe that the proposed offer by Elon Musk, $54.20, comes close to the intrinsic value of Twitter given its growth prospects." Being one of the largest and long-term shareholders of Twitter, Kingdom, KHC, and I reject this offer. The Saudi prince cannot be ignored since he is the chairman of Kingdom Holding Company that has a 5.2% stake in Twitter. A day after the rejection, the Twitter board adopted a defensive mechanism known as a poison pill. Under the new plan, the board will have a right of creating more shares which will be available for purchase at a discount by all other shareholders except Elon Musk. As such, Elon shares will be diluted. But Elon has fought back and has now increased the offer to $46.5 billion. We are still waiting to see whether the board will accept the new offer. As the world's richest man, Elon has all the money he needs, and he will not hesitate to increase the money so long as he takes the company private. As such, the Tesla billionaire will not allow any financial concerns to block his bid of taking Twitter private. As soon as he takes the company private, he will delete Putin's Twitter account. Musk will show an act of bravery when he finally bans Putin from Twitter given the war crimes that he has committed in Ukraine. If Trump was banned on Twitter for the insurrection, Putin's Twitter account should equally be deleted